Hello, welcome. It's a very special HardLore time. Bo, how you doing?
I'm okay. I hurt my back.
You always got something.
I got
wrong
something.
with you. What happened?
I jumped. Well, we had so Harm's Way played Heart Support Festival this past weekend in Orlando, Florida. It was a lovely time. There was a booking discrepancy with Priceline. We got a room with 4 bed spots. I volunteered. Slept on the floor. Bad night. Loaded gear. And that was after sitting on the plane, loaded gear, played the show, jumped around.
All back, baby. Bass cab.
Yeah.
All back.
All
Save
me.
those knees,
And got 2 massages at the fest. They had massage chairs. Amazing.
2.
Still. 2 of them. Before and after
That
the set.
second one is what fucked you.
You think so? I think what fucked me was sitting on an airplane for 3 hours. Just
Probably. Or just, age. But today we're talking about Master Killer for a very specific reason. It's the pinnacle, A lot of people argued today, like, well, why isn't this the Set It Off or the Bright Side tier? Remove yourself from hardcore and what you know about it. You show these records to a layman, to Johann Sebastian Bach. You go back in time, you say, Bach,
was?
Listen to Master Killer, Set It Off, and Bright Side.
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna be like, Ich weiß das.
Ich habe das gehört. Yeah.
That's what he would say.
So that's a really good point. If I showed someone who peripherally likes heavy music, Brightside or Breakdown,
They'd be like, yeah, this is good.
they'd be like, okay, you show them Master Killer. And a few others that were submitted that we're surely going to get to.
Yes.
But I think it's important that
Our criteria today. Let's explain.
Yeah. Let's talk about the criteria because I think people are confused.
So Master Killer is lauded on the show because of there's a few reasons here. The production is perfect. The sequencing is perfect. The musicianship, perfect. The songwriting is perfect. The lyrics are perfect.
And I will even say this, it's not my personal aesthetic, but for someone who likes Eastern style tattooing, who's into the samurai shit like yourself, the artwork, the music video, fucking amazing.
It ticks every box.
It ticks every box. So, and it's important to also remember there's no samples. There's no gimmicks. It's front to back.
There's no the craziest production overproduced thing is that dive bomb that's a minute long.
Yeah,
and that's just real. That's just a guy going for 1 minute.
And I think it's because one thing I want to talk about is when we talk about these albums, are they allowed any skips? Because Master Killer has quite literally zero skips.
No skips. To that point, let's look at the track list of Master Killer real quick. I want to talk about it. Time Ends.
My favorite. That's my favorite song.
And it's think about that as an opener.
Yeah.
It's as strong as anything.
It's as strong as anything. It's perfect. It's got a perfect breakdown. The over the chug part is.
They tell you everything about the band from the first song, and then
it's
track 2
gives
you something else.
Gives you
it goes from perfect first track to what is time has shown to be the hit.
Yeah.
Into a completely kind of different sonic experience while just evolving what they've already done, and then they wait till track 4 to give you the single.
But dude, don't skip Mirror Show's Black.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, the chorus of Mirror Show Black, just on the ride, unbelievable. That was for a long time. That was my favorite song. I thought it was so good.
I'm with you
because it is.
There's Marauder on this record. They throw away riffs in a way that works for them.
Ooh.
There's riffs where I would take that and build a whole song around.
Gotcha.
They're like, no, we're gonna do that twice for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. where I would be like, I got to get that in a third time. It's too good. You know?
Yeah, it's right. Ooh, good point.
And that's like a thing I've tried to adopt writing wise, but it's hard because you get attached to something, and like you look at movie scores, those motherfuckers. John Williams writes one sick riff,
and
he's like, all right, how do I play this 1,000 different ways?
Yeah,
Marauder writes 1,000 sick riffs and says, how do I do this one time? That's respectable.
The A side is so stacked.
It's crazy.
Not that the B side isn't, but it's just when you think about what side A is, because Mirror Shows Black, Master Killer, Downfall of Christ.
Yeah.
It's just like
perfection.
quite literally. And like for anybody who plays guitar out there, playing all of Downfall of Christ live, standing at like show speed.
The triplets
are fucking crazy.
Dude, I mean, that's double bass for 3 minutes.
3.5 minutes, yeah.
It's crazy.
And then even the chorus where you normally get a little respite as a player is drummer
gets a break.
Still, yeah, the drummer gets a little.
I mean, you get our point at this point.
Great bass slide.
It's just hit to 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 hit. And it's in a way where anybody we talked to that kind of came up in this era is like, yeah, this went over a lot of people's heads. Like it wasn't a huge deal, even though it came out at Century Media at the right time. It's just like everybody like Tom. We did a mini HardLore with Tom Sheehan where he kind of breaks it down. I'm looking forward to people hearing that.
Yeah, that was a really cool talk.
Now, obviously, people grow. It's all these things are more accessible. People can appreciate it. Some people still don't understand what we mean by Master Killer tier, though.
Right.
So we're gonna list off. I have a lot.
I have quite a few, but let's just be super clear. So we're talking about: are there any skips allowed?
I think it has to be a per capita, per pound for pound situation. You know?
Okay, because there's one that you said even before we started that I take objection to.
You've got to skip.
I've got to skip on truly one of my favorite records of all time, and one of yours that I know. So that'll be an interesting discussion. But so we're talking about something that if the other hits outweigh the dud,
I think there can be this album is 10 songs,
and it's bad enough.
Let's just start with one example.
Okay,
Rancid and Out Come the Wolves.
Unbelievable.
One could argue. Right?
Yeah. My only complaint is that it's so long.
It's very long.
But that's not.
But pound for pound,
it's beefier even than Master Killer.
One could argue.
Yeah.
So Rancid's a band that I got into because like getting into kind of modern versions of like Lion's Law. I saw Lion's Law and Brody was like, dude, if you like this, you like Rancid, just so you know.
Yeah.
So it was game over. But the complete sonic experience is what I like.
Gotcha. I love that. That's a good answer.
I feel it's objective.
A pound for pound, and I also think it's important to keep in mind. Someone asked, and I responded on Twitter, like a paradigm shift. It has to have done something.
In terms of the paradigm shift argument, it needs to have at least shifted a paradigm with me. You know, a lot of these, I don't think they need to have because Master Killer didn't change the landscape of hardcore until now, you know, but it just connected in a way with me where I'm like, okay, this is just a perfect thing. So if somebody suggested something that like Dying Breed, Take My Soul, Give Me Grave changed no paradigm. But I could argue to the death that it's sounds perfect. The songs are perfect. The lyrics are insane.
All right.
But I wouldn't necessarily say it's Master Killer tier, but it's damn close.
Okay. All right. I just want okay.
There the guy that said sinking ships. I diplomatically, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we're talking
Master Killer. Sinking I'm guarantee you and sinking ships would be like,
no.
I don't think so, man. You know?
Yeah.
No diss to sinking ships, but
None at
this
all.
is Master Killer.
We're literally we're about to talk about some of the most selling records of all time.
100%.
So it's
Master Killer is the lowest selling thing that we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But it just happens to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first one?
I have it on my notes app.
I have so many now that I'm looking at it. It's crazy.
I don't have that many. So the first one that always comes to mind is Homogenic by Bjork.
Okay. I'm not a big Bjork.
I know that. So I was kind of, I don't want to bias, but I was kind of actively searching for unobvious ones. I mean, I have some obvious ones on here too, but also ones that
are pretty obvious.
Where we wouldn't be like, oh yeah, like you and I just wouldn't.
Yeah. I just have I have no stake in this discussion. You can tell me that the production's perfect and the songs are perfect.
No. What it was for me, and the paradigm shift for me was like realizing that like, oh, there doesn't have to be a guitar. I'm not a huge hip hop guy. I'm not a huge, and at that point, I was not a huge electronic music guy. And this was like, oh, this chick can sing, and she does everything, and is a total nut job. The record's just like beautiful. It changed the way I looked at music.
Okay.
Because I got into it after I was already into hardcore and stuff. So it changed like what I was hungry for.
I have no response.
Well, get ready for that.
I never heard.
That's going to happen. I'm sure you're going to have ones that I haven't heard too.
I don't think I do.
Fucking jackass.
I don't think I do. We'll see. You want to know what my first one is?
I really would.
Faith No More, Angel Dust.
I've just never heard that. No, yeah. That's a great answer.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that record has 0 skips.
0 skips. I could listen to it every day of my life.
I did listen to it every day for a tour.
The production is perfect. The musicianship is perfect. The production, even from like a modern, hey, let's throw everything in there.
Yeah,
is perfect. There's no skips.
The 2-hour, 3-hour documentary of them like making it is fascinating.
Is awesome. Which that's just an extra Master Killer point. You know.
Totally. Another box.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even think about that record. For some reason, it just didn't, because it's pretty new to me still, to be honest. 2015-ish.
I would say it's my second favorite record of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah, album.
Wow. I have one coming up that I know we're both going to just
jizz over?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not coming yet, but...
but I am. What's next?
Well, let's just get it out of the way. Morrissey, Vauxhall.
Oh, you put Vauxhall.
I put Vauxhall, yeah. That for me is like even the stinkers, like Lazy Sunbathers is like...
The Lazy Sunbather. Yeah, it's like I can't help but just...
It's just amazing. That's all very well. But will you please keep the noise
Quarry.
down low? You were the Quarry.
Yeah.
It's not that I think there are bad songs on You Are the Quarry. I just think there are more... Like the pound for pound discussion for Vauxhall is what gets me.
So I discovered them both at the same time. So, which means maybe my view is more objective because I didn't have any bias. It wasn't I heard this first, so this is better.
I heard Viva Hate because Josh from American Nightmare had Viva Hate written on the back of his bass.
Josh, if you're listening,
thank you so much.
Happy belated birthday, Josh Holden.
I'm so sorry for punishing you on Instant Messenger when I was 14.
He doesn't remember that. He doesn't know what a friend of the show he is. He has no idea.
He has no idea. Yeah.
Shout out.
And that's how I discovered like those earlier records. And then Vauxhall was a little later in life, but not much. There's not a bad second of music.
On Vauxhall?
Dude.
Yeah, I mean that's a big argument towards both of them. Dude, Morrissey with sequencing is crazy. He always saves the best for last.
How is Speedway the last song on the record?
Because he knows. He knows how to do it.
39 years ago today, the first Smiths LP came out, the self-titled. I almost put that, but then I was like, Vauxhall is pound for pound better.
I get it. Quarry's on mine, so we'll just say these at the same time.
Yeah.
You Are the Quarry is my Morrissey record that I think is Master Killer tier. I'm not going to say Vauxhall isn't because put on fucking, what is it? Why don't you find out for yourself into Hold On to Your Friends or vice versa?
Vice versa.
Fuck off.
Like, what are you talking about? Fuck you.
Try it, motherfucker. You can't.
Can one have more than one Master Killer record? Because even Marauder doesn't. I love Five Deadly Venom.
I love Five Deadly Venoms.
But it's not.
It's not the same. I mean, the proof is in the production is like they were demos that they, yeah, it's fine. Where do I go next here? I'll just go in the order that I wrote them.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Here's for you, Bo. Master of Puppets.
That's what I put too as my Metallica representation. I think it's the
best one.
It's the best one all the way, front to back,
production,
and Damage Inc. Like closing with lyrics, the vibe at the time.
Yes.
They were
artwork.
Dude, the artwork is unbelievable.
Come on.
Unbelievable.
And the longevity is being shown today, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was the one I put for sure. And I saw a couple rides in our Twitter thread.
Ride is close.
It's close. And people were also tagging me and saying Black Album, which I obviously love. But like, I don't need to ever hear Unforgiven ever again in my life.
I love Unforgiven.
I love it, but I don't need it.
Sure.
There's not a song.
But when it hits, when we're at fucking Bloomingdale's and like Unforgiven comes on or something, we're like, feels good. What's
French horn. So this one,
I have so many.
That's fine. You're gonna have some where I go, oh
yeah.
Carry On, A Life Less Plagued was I know. I see it in your face. And I don't think this was a nationwide thing. I really don't.
But I'm from, like, this was a huge record for me.
Okay.
Paradigm, I would say this was paradigm shifting.
It's partially why I picked it. Now consider also, like, what we know. Like, some of these songs are, like, about breaking edge. Some of these songs are old songs about being straight edge as fuck. It's fast, it's catchy, it's melodic. Dude, the fucking roll with the punches is so fucking fast. Like,
I love it so much front to back. I don't think it's Master Killer tier.
Okay. An interesting.
I would ride for it to the death.
Why? What
Master
in
Killer?
Master Killer in. Not for heavy hardcore.
I'm just saying you would say it's as good as Master Killer.
I would say, well, see, this
That's
is
what
where
I'm
we
saying. This is what the discussion is.
But this is a pitfall of this discussion.
But that's the pitfall
Master
of this discussion
Killer is
when
not
you're
as
using
good.
the same genre.
Master Killer is not as good as Master of Puppets.
I disagree completely. It's my favorite album of all time.
It's your number one.
It's better than Master of Puppets to me. I would rather listen to it than Master of Puppets right now.
You would rather listen to Master Killer than You Are the Quarry right now?
100%.
It's your number one favorite.
I picked this discussion because I was wearing this shirt, not vice versa. You know? I think
Not
it's
because
the
I
best
was not.
record, period.
Okay.
I love A Life Less Plagued. I love Carry On. I love every band, every member of Carry On has ever done. Probably more than you. And I can't argue that it's Master Killer tier.
For me, it's like a no-brainer. It was one of the records that got me into like current hardcore and Terror included. It was just
same,
like
100%.
There was just like no. Dude, I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, you would illegally download a record, and sometimes when transferring it onto your iPod, the last track of whatever it was wouldn't make it. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but it was like a habitual thing that would happen to me. So the last track on Life Less Plague, with the breakdown, the
So you pirated it?
Maybe. I didn't have that on my iPad for like 10 years. and then got the CD and listened to it in my car.
And it was like having a new carry-on.
It was like having a new carry-on song. Huge. It was fucking awesome.
That happened to me with an album I have on here.
Perfect. I love that. That's a unique thing that will never happen again.
Maybe I just go into that now. This one's controversial.
Okay. I would love to shit on one of yours.
You're not going to.
Oh, fuck.
Brand new, The Devil and God are raging inside of me.
Controversial. But that's one hell of a record.
Archer's Bows was not on my original download. Oh. You know what? Lifeless Plague is Master Killer Tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, it just is. Archer's Bows was not on my download for first time.
Really?
So that when I heard that track a couple of years later, it was like I had a new song from that session, and now it's like my favorite song on the record.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
crazy.
Raging, dude. This is controversial. We understand.
Yeah.
Any issues you may have with this disgusting man.
We're for sure going to talk about Led Zeppelin, and guess what?
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's everywhere. Yeah.
They're scum?
What is it?
Are they scumbags?
I mean, Jimmy Page was dating a 14-year-old, like very openly.
That is young.
Jimmy Page was dating a little baby. Yeah, straight up.
Well, that's gross. What's your next?
But I'll just go into that now. Houses of the Holy, Led Zeppelin, is my personal. So you get into a thing where I think like I would argue that Metallica have several records that are contenders.
100%.
I'm
not going to argue against Ride the Lightning at all.
Yeah, right. It's just
Fade to Black is a better song than anything on Master Killer, probably.
Anything on Master Killer? That's what you said.
No, I said Master Killer.
Oh, and that's what you meant. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you
it's a
meant
perfect,
to say
it's
Master.
Like legitimate, like perfect song.
It's a perfect song.
In like an objective musical standpoint, you know?
So obviously I know like Led Zeppelin have a ton of records and a lot of them are like perfect. Not all of them, in my opinion. For me, Houses was the one where I was like, oh, this band is like not what you hear on the radio, because a lot of what's on that record is not really like radio hits.
Sure.
I have one real argument for why this is the one.
Sure.
If Crowbar covers it and makes it heavy, it's done.
Okay.
They cover no quarters on that record, and it's so fucking good. The Rain song, Over the Hills and Far Away, the ocean, the bridge. I love that record front to back.
I like it a lot. And I respect your decision.
Do you think any
I'm not going to argue against you.
Do you think any Zeppelin record is up there?
No.
You're not. Are you a classic rock guy much?
I'll tell you what I am.
Okay.
I'm a Kiss guy.
You're a Kiss guy.
So Kiss Destroyer would be my
I was gonna guess Destroyer
for Master Killer tier records. Love Gun is like right there. I love Creatures of the Night too. But Destroyer, Master Killer tier, no question.
I have
Opener.
Yeah.
Fuck you. That's how I feel.
I have a Love Gun, like a old one, and it comes with a cardboard Love
like
Gun.
an old one. What?
From whatever year.
And it's probably like an 8th pressing, but it was like.
But it's old as fuck. Yeah. I'm not a huge Kiss guy, and it comes with like a cardboard Love Gun.
That's awesome.
It's cool, and I have it.
Nice, good for you.
Thank you.
What's your next one?
I'm trying to think.
Trying to think?
I'm just trying to think if I'm skipping anything in my head. So next I had Metallica, Master of Puppets for sure. This one, I don't know how you feel about this, but this one, there's a lot of context to it. I think Pretty Hate Machine is a Master Killer record.
I think great songs. I don't need to listen to it start to finish.
So I do.
There you go.
That was created in 1989.
Yeah, that's crazy. Way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. The next thing they put out afterwards was an EP that won a fucking Grammy.
Is that Broken?
Yeah. So Broken.
That's my
next.
favorite.
Right. And that was the follow-up to Pretty Hate Machine.
Yeah.
And like one could argue it got the Grammy because Pretty Hate Machine was so holy shit.
Yeah, Broken is so much harder.
Oh, it's way harder.
hard.
And like, don't get me wrong. Rain, go away. I mean, there are parts on Pretty Hate Machine that I'm not like crazy about.
But do you feel that way about Master Killer? Are there parts you're not crazy about?
There's a riff on Master Killer that I once called silly, and Taylor was very upset.
What was it?
It's in Life is Pain. The before the solo, after the breakdown.
That's a great riff.
I just don't
It's
think
nuanced. So. It's adventurous.
Look, it's better than anything that I could write. I'm not trying to say to say that it's like whatever. It's just like in the context of the rest of the record, it's just kind of a silly riff. I don't like it. Not crazy about it.
No, that's an adventurous riff.
Not crazy.
That shit is mad adventurous.
So I think it's okay to dislike parts of records or whatever. But I think when you look at like production wise, what it did for like that genre, crazy. Like everyone knows 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, I don't agree with you, but I know many people do, and I think that's enough. I got one for your ass.
Hit me.
A Fire Inside. Sing the Sorrow.
That's your one?
For them?
For them?
Think about this. Production.
Amazing.
Sequencing.
You know, I guess I haven't really thought about the sequencing. I should.
I'm gonna say it to you and you're gonna go, holy shit.
Hit me with it.
Ready?
Yes.
Miseria Cantar, the beginning. Intro. Right?
Ah, yes.
Leaving Song Part 2. Biggest hit, track 2. Bleed Black right after that.
Yeah.
Silver and Cold right after that.
I fucking love that song.
Dancing Through Sunday right after that.
Love that song.
Girls Not Grey right after that.
That's okay.
But that's like
I know
that's because it's that time has done that to it.
It's Mother, you know what I mean? Even though Mother rocks.
Right.
But you don't need to ever hear Mother again.
Death of Seasons after that.
Oh,
love that song. Great Disappointment after that. Paper Airplane, Celluloid Dream, Leaving Song, But Home Is Nowhere, and then the greatest hidden track of all time.
The hidden track, right.
It's Timing Perfect.
Art of Drowning was
come on, dude,
really important.
Come on,
I can't argue with.
Is it better than Sing the Sorrow? Objectively,
no, I just like it more.
I know, but we're talking. This isn't about.
No, I know. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. This isn't about you. It's about Master Killer. All right. What's your next one?
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I didn't really think about that one. This one you might hate. I don't actually I have no idea. But for me, and again, looking at the paradigm shift thing, Nails Abandon All Life.
Wow. Why would I not like this one?
I don't know, because you're a contrarian.
This was a modern.
You're a real bastard.
I would say I'm biased. That's where it lies, you know?
Yeah.
I'm biased, so maybe I don't get. Like, I wouldn't put one of my bands on here ever. I wouldn't put. I would feel weird even putting Harm's Way on here, even though, like, those were paradigm shifting to me because of bias. I have no bias to any of these other things because this is just shit I've discovered in my life. And, like, Abandon All Life was, like, it was a follow-up to an already perfect thing, which is near impossible to do.
Like, the sophomore record being, in my opinion, better than the debut is
way harder, way bigger, way longer.
Meaner. The production was perfect. You know?
Todd like sounded the way he did live on record kind of for the first time.
Yeah.
Everything about that's a perfect record. Straight.
That's a perfect record. I
don't listen to it a lot because I listen to it for 1 year every day. You know?
Yeah. I remember I don't even know if it was Todd or Taylor. So I got it early and listened to it so much that by the time or maybe it was Selah, by the time it came out, it was kind of like, oh yeah.
Dude, I heard every version of every demo and then every mix and every master. By the time it came out, I had heard it. I'd had it for 2 years, you know. But still, I was like, okay, now it's perfect, so it's totally different.
Yeah, everything about that record, I love truly.
I think that's a great pick, Bowen.
Thank you.
Great pick. My next one would be Morbid Angel Covenant.
Covenant.
Some would say the master killer of death metal.
Would you say that?
Period. I think I would.
Over a Dying Fetus record?
I got a Dying Fetus record on here too.
Okay, but I'm saying, would you say there can only be one master killer per genre? Would you say the Covenant is the master killer?
I would say it's the master killer of Florida death metal, which I think is its own thing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Has its own DNA. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's like the death metal record.
Really? Yeah. Interesting.
And it's Morbid Angel and Dying Fetus don't sound that similar, you know?
No.
They're not doing the same. They don't approach songwriting with the same intention.
You're right.
Dying Fetus has heard Master Killer, and it shows, you know? Morbid Angel, probably not.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. What's yours?
Okay. Total gear change now. We're going super soft.
Change it.
Beach House Teen Dream.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, have you ever listened to that record?
No.
See, you know, you're out of your element.
I'm in it.
Dude,
I'm psyched to be out of my element.
This record, front to back, zero skips. What?
There's nothing for me there.
Dude, that is so... You like Morrissey.
I'm going to follow this up with something that you're going to laugh out loud.
So fucking stupid. You're going to say some Weird Al thing and be like,
no,
when I was watching...
I love
I know.
Weird Al. I'll put the fucking pop star soundtrack on Master Killer tier straight up. But hey, I'll check it out. What is it called?
It's called Fuck You. That's what it's called.
That's a badass title. Beach House Fuck You. They'd be a lot cooler if they did.
It'd be a lot cooler if they did.
Ready?
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey, Born to Die.
Dude, great record.
The master killer of like
shitty PBR.
Of like indie Tumblr.
yeah, of Tumblr.
Female
sure.
pop.
Dude, I mean, I still know.
Pop music.
I know every lyric.
Every lyric.
Every single one. What's your favorite song?
Off to the Races.
Really? Right off the rip?
I love Off to the Races.
National anthem, dude.
Tell me
I love the yeah, I love the red, white, blues in
your eyes.
Love that
masterpiece.
And even she does like Red Hot Chili Pepper shit. Tick up at downtown.
Yeah, but there's actual words.
But I still hate it.
The thing I don't like about the album. There's one thing I don't like about it. There's a guy in the back just yelling. Ha! He's like, ah! Ah! In every song. It's crazy. I hate that fucking guy. But other than that, I think it is a genuinely perfect modern piece of pop music.
By the time I was like...
For what it did, dude, everybody's doing Lana now.
Yeah.
They're trying. They're failing.
By the time I was like firmly like, oh, this record is amazing. Paradise EP like just came out. And like for a follow-up... There's real drums.
Well, they're like connected.
Yeah. So when you get that payoff of real drums on the first song of Paradise, it's like
crazy.
Holy just.
And then she changed instead of evolved for Ultraviolence.
Yeah.
And it did. I like it, but I like 40% of it.
Yeah. I was really excited too.
I pre-ordered the motherfucker, dude.
Did you really?
Oh, I love Born to Die and Paradise. I love them both.
Yeah, I think they're like.
What's
stellar.
the fucking dude? What's that song on Paradise that I cannot believe?
It's not Ride?
No, I love Ride, but I think it's Gods and Monsters.
In the land of gods and monsters.
Looking to get fucked hard. Sexy. Oh, dude. Oh, wait. Where is it? Oh, dude. Body Electric. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's amazing. A masterpiece. Perfect record. What's your next one?
Wow. Let's get this out of the way because we're gonna disagree, but we're gonna agree at the same time.
Okay.
Oasis. What's the story? Morning Glory.
I put definitely maybe.
I knew you would, and we've talked about this outside of like not even recording and stuff.
I think you're blinded by the singles.
But like, I don't like Wonderwall. Like I'm not.
Well, then
really not.
You just discluded the album.
No, I didn't, because we have the pound for pound clause.
I think
the other songs that are deep cuts, not on the radio, way outweigh how overplayed Wonderwall was whatever.
I look at the Definitely Maybe track list and I see Master Killer.
See, I've probably listened to it like 5 times.
Dude.
It just doesn't grab me.
It's
I don't know why.
It's like you're brainwashed by time, I think. Because I could sit down with you. If you were sitting in a car with me and I put fucking Slide Away on, you'd come all over me. I'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be like, sorry, the song's good. Anyway.
You wish.
I like that you put them at all. My most controversial take would be that Be Here Now is the best record.
Right.
Pound for pound. Especially if it had Acquiesce and Master Plan on it. Then
I resent the idea that you think you could describe something to me and then I would get it.
No, I don't think that's not what I'm saying. It's like watching a comedy by yourself. It's not as funny.
You want to know a true story? Harm's Way went and saw Step Brothers in theaters together, and we all left going, it was okay.
That's how I felt first time.
And then later on, I got it for Christmas on DVD, watched it alone, immediately texted James, and he had also gotten it. And
but that's the only other time in your life.
Yeah.
Every other time, like if I watch The Office by myself, I'm watching it like this.
Yeah.
I don't laugh. I don't crack a smile. But if I got a Brittany Miller here, we're dying over like anything. Somebody sneezes, I'm like, kill. I've never heard that sneeze before. It's crazy.
But yeah, Oasis, I think, is
they belong in this list regardless.
Yeah. So that really only speaks to their strength.
Oasis is the master killer of
Britpop.
Period.
For sure. Yeah. And fuck Blur, dude. I'm not.
Yeah, straight up.
I'm not down with Blur.
I don't got time for both. I'm down with Mr. Ashcroft, but I don't need Blur. I'm good, dude. Speaking of British things.
Yes.
No argument here. The world will nod in unison to this one. Cockspar Shock Troops. The master killer of Oi.
I mean, it must be, right?
Sequence, production, lyrics, songs, musicianship.
I think when we...
Artwork.
Oh, the artwork is sick.
Camo with a big ass eagle.
It's like right up your ass, dude.
Oh my God.
I think when we talked to the Chisel guys, they didn't even mention Cockspar.
They didn't. But it's like...
But that's because they
it's written on the sleeves of their songs. You know?
Right.
They don't need to. We are meant to assume that they love Shock Troops, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take 'Em All is
finish
like...
the job.
Yeah. Right.
It's in everything that I do. That record is in everything that I do.
Take 'Em All is straight up like, it gets me pumped no matter what.
I could kill a man on the spot.
It's such an intoxicating song. And obviously, I'm sure the first Cockspar song I ever heard was England Belongs to Me, which obviously rocks. Mm-hmm. But that record, dude, I Got Your Number, Riot Squad.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Shoot on Side Squad. Oh. What's your next one?
Well, let's stay in England.
Keep me here. I got one in England next too.
Beautiful. This was a later one for me. It's not going to be what you have. This one's for Bruce specifically because he and I have talked about this so much.
Okay.
Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet.
All right. I'm an active hater of the Stones.
And listen, I thought my entire life, and also being like a crazy Who guy because of my mom, I thought my entire life that every Rolling Stones song was Jumpin' Jack Flash or Brown Sugar. Like you know what I mean? I thought everything was just like all
the worst music ever.
The worst, straight up.
Like what you just named that's what I look at as the worst music ever.
Dude, so I was, exactly. The first song on Beggar's Banquet is Sympathy for the Devil, which like you've heard 1,000 times.
I fucking hate that song.
The rest of the record is blues and folk. Sounds nothing like it.
I got you.
The other thing that's sick, Also, I listened to that record because Street Fighting Man is on it, and that's what Chris Farley picks in Dirty Work.
Oh, right. Street
I was
Fighting
like,
Man.
What did he want to fight to? And I put it on, and it would not be a great song to fight to. But
Right.
the Rolling Stones were obsessed with Chicago blues, not like Delta blues or anywhere else. Okay. Specifically Chicago blues, and took Chicago artists with them on tour who are already like old men past their prime, and literally put them over to their young fans to be like, hey, this is where we got it from. You should listen to this. And you can watch interviews.
Think that makes the record Master Killer tier?
I think it makes, well, but let's be honest now. Part of what makes Master Killer tier are the individuals and the mindset of the people in the band, where they came from.
What I'm arguing is take away everything. Look at the record.
But can you do that?
Yes, that's what I'm arguing. That's why I'm not.
But no, you're not, because you've got these boxes that you're checking off that are all other superfluous shit.
They're not superfluous. They're objective.
No, so I think you can include the fact that dudes from, was it Somerset, Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of guys from the neighborhood made that music makes it more mystical to me.
I agree. I can't argue that one of the most famous and successful bands ever isn't among the tier of like perfect albums.
Yeah.
Just because I don't give a shit about them. I think they can die in a fucking...
For sure. The more I learned about them, the more I like understood, blah, blah, blah. But that record's amazing, front to back. Okay. We should send
May they
each other
perish in flames.
We should send each other our lists after this and actually listen to the records.
You've heard all this stuff.
I've heard most of it, yeah.
You're putting Beach House on here. I'm putting Bolt Thrower, Those Once Loyal.
I mean, I didn't put that because I knew you were going to put it.
You knew I would.
Didn't you? So you think that one's better than, what'd you say your like go-to is? Honor, Valor, Pride? Honor,
Valor, Pride is just the one I put on. Those Once Loyal is objectively.
Yeah. I mean, I
them
agree.
At their best.
Okay. I agree.
Period. Production, songs, lyrics, sequence, everything. When Cannons Fade is the closer.
The closer of the band, no less.
Straight up. And it's like the cannon's fading. It's beautiful. That's everything.
Booming.
Yeah. What's next for you? I have so many left.
It's good because I'm nearing the end. Okay. This band has quite a few contenders, but I think Jane Doe is like an obvious front to back. Every song's got the riff. Sure. Production's crazy. Artwork is crazy. The paradigm shift is fucking crazy.
Sure.
The musicianship is crazy.
Right.
Everything about Converge, Jane Doe, even though I might prefer like You Fail Me over it.
I think No Heroes is their best record.
And I think that's totally fair. But I think when you look, I mean, some might say it's the master killer of the Converge discography.
In terms of popularity, sure.
In terms of all the things I just said, because it like, just think about how synonymous the Jane Doe face.
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's tough to argue about that, but it's not my favorite. Therefore,
no.
And I don't think it's the best. I think they've only gotten better. So.
I could say the same thing about Metallica. I'm Black Album. But I think Master of Puppets is the best record. It's just not my favorite, not what I put.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think Jane Doe is the best record. That's what I'm saying. Even if it was my favorite, I think it's like you listen to Axe to Fall. Mm-hmm. Objectively, like they've gotten better at writing music.
Yeah, 100%, of course. But I like these. Well, that's actually an interesting point,
isn't it?
Yeah,
because you're sitting here saying, no, they have better albums. Master Killer, the Marauder doesn't have better albums. That's the best one. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
This is why people are putting sinking ships in our responses.
I need to dig myself out of the hole.
Dig it out.
Somehow.
It's tough to do. Because I think Converge itself is a Master Killer tier band? 100%. They
have to be.
They're unrivaled in their craft.
Quite literally.
There's nobody that can do that.
Yeah.
If I put No Heroes or Axe Fall or Petitioning on or something, I can go a year without listening to it, but if I pick it up, I'm like, damn, I could not do this. Nobody I know could do this. Mm-hmm. This shit is crazy. They're on another plane of existence as a band. Mm-hmm. They are to us what like Neurosis is to them, as we've said before. You know, where we hear that and go, "This is the best shit ever."
Yeah, this is crazy.
But I don't think Jane Doe is the best one.
Nah, I think it is. One thing
you just said it wasn't.
Yeah,
you just said they got better.
I wrote it down though. I
respect a stubborn man. You know?
It just seems. Yeah, I kind of think of. I read an article or something that Henry Rollins, an interview that he did where he talked about how Pink Floyd, he thought they were just like actual druids locked away in a tower somewhere writing music because they didn't put anything out with pictures. Like that wasn't a thing. And I remember when people don't realize like when Jane Doe came out, what was that 2000, 2001?
Yeah.
When that came out, like the internet was around, but like you wouldn't find Converge on the internet.
Yeah.
So like I had no idea what these guys looked like.
Yeah, they were mythical.
You know what I mean?
Now, even talking to Kurt on the thing was like, damn, this motherfucker wrote some crazy
So
shit.
I just remember when, and it was the same with American Nightmare, truly. I don't think, I loved American Nightmare when I was younger. And when I first heard some of those songs, I was like, oh, this West dude must be a fucking like monster. He sounds like a scary monster. You know what I mean? I thought they were all just like flannel wearing like tough dudes. Like I had no perception because
and instead they were the best dressed.
Yeah, the finest
you've still ever seen.
Yeah, ever. Yeah. And so I had that about Converge too. And actually the first thing I heard was definitely Saddest Day. But anyway, I digress.
Okay. I'll rapid fire a couple.
Yeah. Go ahead. Because I'm
Bad Brains. You're gonna say Rock for Light, or I guess
I think the production on Rock for Light is cooler.
It's better.
Yeah,
but I think the trash canness.
Yeah.
The self-titled really.
I can't argue with it. I can't argue with that.
Time and Place, it's like untouchable.
Yeah.
River Runs Red.
I knew.
That's kind of the only other thing from that era I can really argue, just personally.
You wouldn't say October Rust.
I didn't put down a typo record.
Neither did I.
But I did put down Retaliation.
I assumed we would talk about Typo anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I always say Master Killer is my favorite album.
Yeah.
Typo is my favorite band.
Yeah.
Because the discography as a whole is the Master Killer of music. Period.
Yeah.
You know, they have as many good collections of songs as songs on Master Killer, basically.
More, arguably. They're going to have more than 10 amazing songs. Typo has more than 10.
No, I'm saying almost as many great albums as there are songs on Master Killer.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is
almost,
is inarguable.
You throw Carnivore in there and you're like...
And you did it, you know?
You did it, yeah.
I put Retaliation on here because of the front-to-back sonic experience, track for track, songwriting, production, everything.
What is... So do a typo. Like
Pick one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like front to back.
I mean, and then all the other considerations, artwork, lyrics, music videos, production.
Okay. So I can't put Bloody Kisses.
No, I wouldn't. There's skips on Bloody
Kisses. It gets
Kisses.
very goofy.
It gets very goofy.
Again, favorite band ever.
Mm-hmm.
I modeled my life after them for better or worse, you know? October Rust.
Newest record, October Rust.
Isn't it funny that it's Johnny that starts that?
Oh, is it really?
He just joined the band, you know? But maybe that was a nice thing to do. Like, hey, you're in the band now. Yeah. Why don't you start off the funny little intro?
We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then, dude, here's how I'm gonna lock this in. We hope you enjoy it, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
So my experience with Typo was much later than you. I was way more of a punk guy than a metal guy. We talked about this, and it was Saba and probably you two, you and your brother, where I was like, I should check this, blah blah blah.
Right.
And you hear all the hits, and you're like, okay, I get it. You hear Bloody Kisses, and you're like, yeah, okay, like I get it, but like. And it wasn't until I heard "Love You to Death" where I was like, "Oh, there's way more to this. Like, way deeper."
I used to get really depressed on my birthday. So this is so stupid. From my like 15th birthday on, the moment I turn, it hits midnight, I would take a walk outside to "Love You to Death" and just take it in. Like I'm still fucking here. On this earth,
it's adorable.
That song has nothing to do with any of that, but like it just made it like it grounds me somehow for some reason. Just the connection I have to it.
Would you pick "World Coming Down" over it?
I'm going to tell you something. I think front to back, "Slow, Deep, and Hard" is the best album.
Dude, I don't actually disagree. I probably actually know more lyrics to "Slow, Deep, and Hard" than anything else.
The experience of start to finish, it's like what, 6 or 7 actual songs?
6 or 7 actual songs that each have 3 parts. Like they each have acts in them. And your brother explained to me that like each song is like a form of grieving, which I didn't know.
Yeah,
like that record has a lot of meta to it.
A lot of layers of the onion there.
One of my favorite.
It's not even on here, but I'm like just talking about it. I'm like, fuck, man.
Dude, one of my favorite things, and then we can move on, is on the fake live record when they play the Jimi Hendrix cover. Right, so Typo had been out, and they cover it then on "Slow, Deep, and Hard," and then there was like it's been years, right, since "Bloody Kisses" was done. Or since "Slow, Deep, and Hard" was done. They do the Jimi Hendrix cover, and there's a part where he says, like, I'm going to kill my baby because I caught her cheating around with another man. And Peter just goes, I really don't go for that shit. And, like, that is such
you gonna
go? Dude, that's such a little subtle, like, I know this is crazy. This is all I've been talking about for the last, like, 5 years.
Yeah, I swear to God, I don't like it.
But I really don't like it. Like, it's so fucking funny to me. I just hate that you never hear the end of Gravity. Like, live.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is I'm looking at the Twitter and things are coming in.
Yeah.
And our buddy Brad put the Bloodborne soundtrack as like a bit genuinely on my list. I think it's the master killer of video game soundtracks.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Over Halo?
100%. Halo has one great track.
Oh. Fair.
Bloodborne is every boss is like the best song you've ever heard. Like the next best song you've ever heard.
Okay. Fair.
But I mean, I did that as a joke too, but I'm also not joking at all. I listen to it every single day.
So, but just to sum up, you would pick Slow, Deep, and Hard.
Slow, Deep, and Hard is my pick.
Okay.
Candlemass Nightfall. The master killer of Doom.
Wow.
Yes. Boom.
That's a great record.
It's perfect. And guess what? 6 songs.
Explain.
You'd never know.
For people who don't know, explain the lore about the switch to the singer. Because you told me that.
What do you mean the lore? Just
I bet you people don't know that they were like done, and then he was like, "Let me."
Yeah,
do this.
Messiah stepped in and was like, "Please let me sing for the band." Auditioned over the phone because he loved them so much. Singing over the phone songs from Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus, and he was like such a classically trained, amazing operatic voice that they were like, "All right, fuck it," and then he delivered like the most iconic metal recorded singing performance to me.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Of all time. It's perfect.
It's unbelievable.
And then hearing that this man, while they're playing, kept like double cheeseburgers in his robe so that they'd be hot by the time they finished playing.
Is that true?
He's HardLore, dude. He's one of us.
We got to get him.
Messiah is in Ronald's army right with us. So you got to give him that. Dying Fetus reigns supreme.
Mm-hmm. Knew that was coming.
It's the master killer of
Maryland
death metal with the spin kick parts. You know, straight up.
Straight up.
Danzig Lucifuge.
I was debating between 1 and 2.
It's 2.
I think
production, songs,
production's fucking perfect.
sequence, performance.
Dude. Yeah.
2 sounds wildly better than 1.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's perfect.
Did Rick Rubin do 2?
I think so.
Did he do 1? I
think so.
Really? Okay.
3 sounds like hot dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
It's
I really
crazy.
don't get into later Danzig at all.
You don't like 3?
Not as much. Like I like it, but it's like that's where it
It's
starts
not
to-
as.
to
I mean,
really-
it's nowhere near as good, but I think it's awesome.
But 1 just, dude, like, no, it's 2. It's 2.
It's 2.
It's 2.
If you looked at the track list back to back,
Yeah. I'm thinking about it in my head, and like Long Way into Snakes of Christ.
Yeah, it's not even
fucking
It's not
insane.
even close. I got one that you're gonna fucking despise. Are you done? Yours are gone.
I got a couple more, but you got more, so go for it.
I do have a lot. We can keep this one short because I know you're gonna argue, and it's fine. Coheed and Cambria and Keeping
Get
Secrets
the
of Silent.
fuck out of here, dude.
We don't have to talk about it anymore. It's
No,
a perfect
we
record.
never need to talk about it.
It is
Ty's gonna
it is
be
a
so
perfect
happy.
piece of music. Production, songs, musicianship, lyrics. I don't know what he's talking about, but I know it's sick. You know? I don't know
It's so
what he's saying.
pretentious. I fucking all right.
No, it's not. It's awesome. All Things Must Pass, George Harrison.
Yeah, I mean that's almost cheating because it's a triple LP.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's almost just like
It's the master killer of triple LPs written by Beatle members, you know? There you go.
I mean, he's easily the best Beatle.
Best Beatle.
And I love Paul McCartney. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my ones, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I love the first Crosby, Stills, and Nash record.
No, we definitely have not.
So it's just nothing but harmonies. There's one song that's like a little goofy, and the rest are like, oh, I've heard this in a ton of movies before.
Sure.
I just didn't know.
That's what All Things Must Pass was for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single song is in a movie.
A movie,
It's covered or not.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. It's almost like Bob Dylan. I'm not a huge Bob Dylan guy, but again,
You know every one of them songs.
you know every one of those fucking songs. Yeah,
They're all on the Big Daddy soundtrack and covered by Natalie Imbruglia or something.
fucking
you know?
bare naked ladies.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I just did one.
Satisfaction.
Almost the counterpart to Master Killer, isn't it?
Because it's fast.
It's almost two sides of the same coin. Almost. Not
It's
really.
the other side of that coin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think even Josta would say like there's probably no satisfaction without Master Killer. They covered it. They covered Life is Pain on their cover album.
Yeah. Dude, that cover album,
Cover album is dope.
some might say the Master Killer of cover albums.
Of cover albums, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's very good.
This was a paradigm shift.
Big, well, obvious. Yeah.
The greatest production ever for a hardcore album, maybe.
Maybe. The snare's a little
Sequencing.
high. Snare's pitched a little
Love
high.
this. I
for
love
Daddy's
the
like-
Jamie Muckenhop snare, baby. Jamie, if you're listening, you know how I feel about you.
He tuned it down.
There's no me without you.
You got a favorite song? Can you just pick one off? Like,
Betrayed by Life, probably.
yeah.
Got it.
And then do the. Yeah, the catch is amazing.
That's a feel good moment.
I love fucking Not One Truth, baby.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's that to me is like that's the thing that I turn that record on for.
I got you.
That's the one.
But it's a perfect record front to back.
Yeah. If we're talking that too, I think one that's like obvious, but I think it would be silly if we tried to pretend like it wasn't. And this is very much because there's skips on this record. It's very much the pound for pound argument. Is Age of Quarrel. It's undeniable. There are songs on the second half of the record that I'll skip.
Pardon this interruption, but I believe you know what time it is. It's Manscaped time. Let's tell them what we got today, Bo.
We got the all new beard trimmer. Some might say the master killer of male grooming products.
Got me.
This
with that
bad
one.
boy has A million settings.
So many settings. So many more settings than the average trimmer, which only goes 0 to 5. This one goes...
And think about it, you got to carry them all.
True.
All the little bits and shit.
So
this guy just stays on and you just ratchet them up.
Just like the barbers at the shop with the music and the quartets. That you could have that at home now is basically what we're saying. With code HardLore, 20% off free shipping. They got the Lawnmower 4.0, the go-to, the GOAT 2.
You mowed your lawn recently?
Today, but that's none of your business. My favorite is the Crop Reviver. You just spray them. And look at
You got
that.
shorts on. Wow.
Revived.
The beard trimmer came with all these little bells and whistles too. Beard
So many
oil,
whistles, so many
balm,
bells. Yeah.
shampoo, conditioner, brushes.
You
I'll
can
tell you
get
what,
that VIP package and so much more with code HardLore, 20% off and free shipping. It's also Whatnot time, Bo. Let's talk about Whatnot real quick.
Let's talk about it. I've been dying to talk about it.
Because next week, next Thursday, I believe, will be the first ever HardLore Whatnot. So put it in your calendars now. Click the link below. Join us. We're going to be putting some good stuff up there.
What are we thinking? What are you thinking? Maybe a t-shirt? Maybe 5 t-shirts.
That's what I'm saying. Is like we can do some HardLore for specific items that we have.
I love that.
And then the people get to have them. I'm
gonna put a guitar on there.
Wow.
I'm not.
That will fly. Let's see what it was described to me as. This is a good description. We describe it as Cameo meets eBay.
Right.
But they like to say the most interactive place online to buy and sell hardcore vinyl records and music memorabilia. Wow.
What?
And why don't you see for yourself tonight after you listen to this? Go to Danhausen's Whatnot. He's got one tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern. Back to the episode. Back to Master Killers. And I'm sure there's no Master Killer without Age of Quarrel.
Absolutely.
I've listened to Age of Quarrel over 1,000 times.
Easily.
I would say.
I mean, for a long time. And I think probably I could still objectively say that's my favorite hardcore record.
It is way up there. I think Brightside is better than it.
I don't.
I would go Brightside, Set It Off, Age of Quarrel, personally.
I would put Brightside on before Age of Quarrel. But I just
isn't that? Oh, is that just because of the sheer amount of time?
I've literally listened to Age of Quarrel so many fucking times.
I love it. I know every second of it. I love it to death. But this argument. This isn't what this conversation is. You know. But to you, it is. You're saying that this is.
I'm saying it just like has to be because all of my things too, like the paradigm shift.
Sure.
The fucking lyrics where they're they're living on the, Yeah, it's all real and it's all fucking dope. And, no carnivore typo without chromags, like an AF and stuff. Like it's in there. It's in there.
That's arguable.
It's the limit, dude.
Great song. Great. It's a perfect record. I'm not going to say it's not.
It's unbelievable.
It's just different. It's different than the conversation we're having. To me.
How?
But hey,
how?
It just is. It just
how?
is.
But what do you mean it just is when you say fucking Lana Del Rey? Like, what are you talking
That's the Master Killer of Tumblr, post-Tumblr indie female pop music.
I'm saying that Age of Quarrel is the Master Killer of late 80s New York hardcore.
Okay.
When did Brightside come out?
89, I think.
I know Raw Deal was 87.
Let's see.
It was in the water in the 80s in New York.
Formaldehyde. 89, yeah. Brightside is the Master Killer of the late 80s, late 80s New York hardcore. To me.
But
so I respect
why
you,
is that? But why is that the conversation we're
It's
having?
not. I'm countering. I'm going off what you're saying, and I'm giving my.
You're saying what I'm saying is not the conversation we're having, and now
I'm folding on that.
Okay.
And saying okay, I understand that now. Brightside to me is that.
Gotcha.
I think it's perfect. So
I love Killing Time.
I'm with you. Yeah. King Diamond, Them.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my favorite King Diamond.
Interesting.
And I think it's the production, start to finish, songs, musicianship, lyrics, yada yada, the story, the artwork.
I'm not a huge King Diamond guy.
I could get you. 100%.
I think you could, and that would be one I'm like open to because I'm ready. Right.
You're a guitar guy.
Yeah, exactly. I know
some of that shit is like.
I know, and I like Ghost. Like I'm there. I'm in the wheelhouse.
You're a child of King Diamond, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
You got a good one for me?
I'm waffling on it.
Okay.
I was going to say the Who's next, but I'm changing my mind.
I can't argue that. So it's
I know it's going to be a boring conversation because you're not a team player, but also I'm a team
player. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I have no argument to that. I can't tell you you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm just changing my mind on it. Okay.
I got a crazy one.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake, Future Sex Love Sound.
Oh man, do you remember when that came out?
It changed everything.
It really, honestly did.
It changed the world for a few years.
And it was like, oh, this guy is like cool. He's not like a boy band dude only.
No, but which is hilarious because like. Every single one of those songs was for sure written by somebody else, probably for somebody else. And it's still like, it's just this perfect thing that he struck gold with.
Love that record.
It's perfect.
Yeah. That's a really good one, honestly. It's a very good one.
Thank you.
All right, I got 2 more.
Hit me. I got about 15 more.
That's fine. Alice in Chains, Dirt.
You got one of mine, finally.
Fucking kidding me, man.
Perfect. Production. Songs. Sequence. Lyrics. You know he means that shit.
Yeah,
He's dead because of all that.
Yeah, straight up.
Nothing more provable than that.
We've talked about this too. Like I'm into Pearl Jam, and like even if they're kind of different scenes, whatever. I'm not a huge Nirvana guy, but I get it. Out of all like Soundgarden, all that shit from that era, blah blah blah. Alice in Chains is the only one to me that like it's still right there.
I feel Pearl Jam 10 is as good as Dirt. Those are both my bright side and Age of Quarrel, if you will,
okay.
of that.
I love 10. I mean, that's the
10,
only Pearl Jam.
They're both zero skips.
Yeah.
Perfect production.
Yeah.
Perfect performances. Perfect songs. And perfect lyrics.
I'll also venture to say that Alice in Chains, before Lane died, and it's not that I don't like the new stuff because I do like the one record quite a bit.
The dinosaur one or whatever?
The dinosaur one, yeah, I like that record. With Lane, no bad releases.
No.
They're
zero skips, period.
Period. Dude, the Jar of Flies EP?
Zero skips.
Unbelievable.
Same production, so it's still perfect.
Yeah, so it's still perfect, right. Yeah,
no, I'm with you 100%.
Big fan.
What's next here? Machine Head Burn My Eyes.
That is actually the craziest one you said.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it has skips?
No. Yes, I do.
Production,
literally incredible.
Perfect.
No argument there.
Sequencing, to me,
fine.
I'm just like
no,
lyrics,
I have no argument. Yeah. Lyrics. I mean, like Davidian's like cool. Yeah, he's got cool lyrics and stuff. But I just like, musicianship, insane. He's an insane guitar player.
Oh yeah.
And I know it's not the same record, but like singing and playing on the first song on The Blackening is genuinely.
Dude, The Blackening is incredible.
The Blackening is very.
Why is it so good?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. 10-minute song right off the rip, and it's so good. But yeah, I think Burn My Eyes has some skips. I think that's just a record that didn't. Oh my god, I just remembered another record.
What?
Sepultura, Chaos, AD.
If you could see that it was next on my list, you'd.
I almost said compare that to Chaos AD, and I just like, oh wait a minute.
Production, songwriting, sequencing, everything, lyrics.
Yeah, lyrics.
It's probably Max's 5th fucking language, and he's writing the smartest shit I ever read.
You know the heartbeat in the beginning is Zion. It's his son, or it might be Igor, one of his sons.
Gorgeous.
It's like
Igor and Max, friends of the show. Writing a record that changed our lives.
I can confidently say that there would be no Harm's Way without Chaos AD.
Yeah.
And Master Killer.
Yeah.
Those like when we would write songs, even in the early days with like the other two guys who like started the band with us, John and John, we all loved Master Killer and all loved KSAD. Like that was like a unanimous thing.
Chaos AD was maybe the first domino for me. The first thing where I was like,
that's a cool
word. Like Grimlock was the first hardcore band,
which is always
which
so
is hilarious.
Insane. Yeah.
But Chaos AD was before that, because those songs were around for some reason, and that was the thing where I was like, "This is what I like." Where is more of this? So it was maybe if it wasn't the first domino, it was probably the biggest domino.
You know what the first domino was for me? For sure, it was AFI. For sure. Wow. There's a video of them opening with "Through Our Bleeding We Are One." You know, and like. They're just like going off and people are going insane. I remember Chris had it on his computer and I was like, what is that? Like, that looks awesome, you know? Yeah. But yeah, KSAD
it's perfect.
Can't be overstated.
You can't argue that. I got one that maybe doesn't count.
Okay.
But you tell me as a Misfits guy if you'll allow it.
Oh, gladly.
The unreleased 12 Hits from Hell.
Oh, you prefer those versions?
Oh, I love them.
Interesting.
I also think the production's better. The sequencing is better. The selection of songs is better.
Yeah, I wonder if they even put thought into sequencing at that time.
Like I wonder too, because whatever sequence I have,
hit me with the track
listing.
listing.
I think is here. Let me see it.
I don't know it off the top of my head.
As I have it.
Yeah.
I look at this and I go, okay, well, this is like objectively their best collection of songs. Let's see. Okay. Your library. 12 Hits from Hell. Halloween.
Undeniable.
Yeah. Vampira.
I'm not a huge vampire, but go on.
Yeah. I Turned Into a Martian.
Unbelievable.
Skulls.
Unbelievable.
London Dungeon.
Unbelievable.
Night of the Living Dead.
Incredible.
Horror Hotel.
Amazing.
Ghouls Night Out.
Unfucking believable.
Astro
song.
Zombies.
Perfect song.
Where Eagles Dare.
Perfect fucking
Violent
song.
World.
Amazing song.
Halloween 2.
Way ahead of its time.
London Dungeon.
Song. London Dungeon again?
Did I already say that? Okay, no, it says alternate take, London Dungeon.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Halloween 2, really cool, ahead of its time. I'm a Static Age guy, and even that kind of doesn't count.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
It's a comp, you know?
Well, they both are, right? But it's a comp of songs that were written and then released way later.
Right.
So remember the conversation we had at the beginning where it was like, I got Life Less Plague later on and discovered there's another song?
Yeah.
Imagine already being a Misfits fan and then finding out here's a whole record.
I can't even imagine that.
I was really listening to Famous Monsters earlier in the week or like last week. Dude, some might say...
The master killer of post Glenn Misfits?
Dude, I mean, every song...
crazy.
Every song has a hook.
Every song is insane.
Fiend Club would get anyone moving.
And it just smells like Teen Spirit. With like a different...
Yeah, right.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's my cheating answer.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I think, but it's real to some people. It exists. It's out there. You know. Mm-hmm. Here's a crazy one. Green Day, Dookie.
All right.
I get that, and it's fine. I'm not like sitting here listening to it.
No. Okay, that's a valid point.
Yeah.
So for some reason, and if this isn't even really true, it was just like in my brain growing up, you had to, in my like middle school, you were either a Blink-182 guy or a Green Day guy.
See, and I beefed the Blink-182.
And I was all Blink-182.
I'm a Gilman guy, you know?
It made me poser, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I poser. So I get it. And don't get me wrong. When I hear the songs.
You're like, damn, I know that one.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so like it's the same thing with Nirvana for me.
I have Nevermind on here, but it's like I don't personally like. I think they've written better things.
Absolutely,
but it's tough to argue against the impact.
Yes,
but we're talking perfect albums.
We are.
So I really don't need Dookie or Nevermind on there as my personal picks. I'll tell you what I do need.
What?
Far Beyond Driven.
Wow. You picked that over Vulgar.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm on board. I just thought you would be a little more of a purist. Okay.
I never put Vulgar on.
I do, but Far
I
Beyond
never
Driven
put Cowboys on either.
I love Cowboys. But Far Beyond Driven is the one for me.
Far Beyond Driven
the one where I was
like, Killer, what I'm putting on.
Okay. Far Beyond Driven was the one where I was like, oh, this band is like they're not heavy by accident like some thrash bands were. They're a heavy band.
They're like, this shit is fucking hard.
We grew into a monster.
Yes. They know they're hard and they embrace it rather than hide from it.
Yeah. I think someone pointed out, it may have been you, honestly, that like they got more and more extreme with every release.
Yes.
The other day,
more popular they got, the more extreme they got.
That's
crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Aaron Osborne and I were just in my living room listening to Pantera the other night. Just like playing our favorite Pantera songs. And of course, the first one was Suicide Note 1 and 2.
Those are my favorite Pantera songs.
I mean, those
not on this album, but you know.
No, yeah. But like,
dude, have you looked at the Pantera set list from the shows?
It's fucking amazing. But the only thing that they do, I know why they do it. I get it. I've heard the live record. Play all of Domination.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Come on, man. That song is so fucking dope.
I know. And
I've seen a video of him playing the solo, so I know he can.
Right. I think it looks like they've been playing less songs.
There's a lot of songs. But yeah, the set list is crazy. And now that
New Level, Mouth for War, Strength Beyond Strength, Becoming, With Throes of Rejection, outro. I'm Broken, Use My Third Arm, 5 Minutes Alone, This Love, Yesterday Don't Mean Shit, Fucking Hostile, Cemetery Gates, Planet Caravan Walk, Cowboys from Hell, Domination Hollow.
But the only thing that sucks is Cemetery Gates, it's not real. It's like that's during the video like tribute. They don't actually play or sing it.
Nobody can play that. Who cares?
No, I'm with you. Yeah,
it's fine.
Right. I love Far Beyond Driven.
What do you got? It's crazy how long this episode is. It's pretty funny.
Okay, we can wrap and get to.
No, I don't give a fuck. We're gonna go through fucking sinking ships and whatever other people fucking say. I got a few more.
All right, I got one that I know we both agree on, but this was a consideration when it came to the one skip, even though I don't skip the song. Thriller.
Absolutely.
Some say the master killer of music.
Pop music, yeah. I would. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say I think
you're a bad guy.
I think Bad is a better album.
I don't disagree, but I think when it comes to all the other considerations,
just the landscape of music as a whole.
Yeah. And a lot of the times, the one that is skipped is the duet with Paul McCartney. Girl Is Mine.
It's so boring.
Dude, you really think so?
I don't give a fuck about that.
I love that song.
It's just it's like, Paul, why are you arguing with Michael Jackson?
Paul, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Dude, I love that
That
song.
girl is too young for Paul McCartney if Michael's into her. So that song is perverted and period. Okay? Bad is bad. A ratio, bad, better.
To be fair, that girl's probably too old for Michael, too. So
that could be. Van Halen, 1984.
Wow.
Yeah, the master killer of music.
That's a good pick.
Start to finish, production. The lyrics are silly, but that's what you want.
But that's just, yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
I want to I want to feel good, you know? I cannot believe sinking ships.
Let's talk about Rumors.
Yeah.
Is that on your list?
I mean, I took it off for some reason, but it's I mean, it's the master killer of
music.
Of that 70s rock? Is that what that would be?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, it is like the best music ever.
It has one of the quickest skips of all time for me.
Which one?
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the fuck out.
But everything else
is so good that it's like, oh, even Don't Stop.
I would maybe pay a monthly subscription to never hear Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow again.
Yeah.
But everything else.
But that's just because you've heard it 1,000 times and Bill Clinton used it on his campaign. It's just like, whatever.
He was thinking about the old sucky he was getting tomorrow. I am cutting that out for sure.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore.
You can't say sucky anymore. I got a crazy one for you.
I want the controversy. I think the controversy ones are more interesting.
It's just like, why am I saying this? You know, why is this white man saying Paramore Brand New Eyes is Master Killer tier music, you know? But it is. Production, sequencing.
What's the cover?
The Butterfly.
The Butterfly. Okay. It's a great record.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. She is.
Those
probably,
honkies they snapped with that one.
She's probably pound for pound the most talented person
of our generation.
In our world at all. Like, it's unfucking believable.
Yeah, she is a genius.
Quite literally. And so talented.
Yeah.
Do you like any hip hop?
I like Illmatic and
yeah.
I like Onyx Back to Fuck Up a lot. I like Bone Thugs a lot.
I realized that we're we're not talking about hip hop at all, and I'm sure
we're staying in our lane a little bit.
But it's just it's just not my thing.
That's not our business, you know. Yeah. It's not. We are not the qualified.
Yeah,
it's not up to us to say no. Liquid Swords isn't Master Killer.
Yeah.
Like that's. I have no stake in that fight. Therefore, you tell us what you think. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Now, what I do have a say on is Jimmy Eat World Bleed American being the Master Killer of early 2000s.
God. Are you kidding me?
No skips.
What's your track? For me, it's obvious.
What?
Praise Chorus. Can't beat it.
As sickening as it is, I love Hear You Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, what is it called? Gets It Faster? Get It Faster?
I'm not.
Ow.
Dude, Praise Chorus, after the Crimson and Closer part, and it goes back to the I'm on my way, and it gets open D. Oh, my God. Unreal.
Perfect record.
Perfect record.
Front to back. Master Killer of early 2000s, post emo Arizona rock. What do you got for me?
I'm winging it now. So I've given you all of mine.
Okay, I got...
Keep going.
5 more.
Okay, perfect. It makes me think of others, so it's valid. Okay. I interestingly have not said a single Youth Crew band because I realized that Youth Crew is not the Master Killer of subcultural music.
None of it is Master Killer tier, is the truth.
That is Floor Punch might be, but I don't know if you can really call that Youth Crew. You can.
Yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't. It's so hateful and awesome, you know?
Yeah. But
I think Youth Crew is
that's what
very
early Youth of today was too.
Come on, but it's still there was still like a come on aspect to it, where Floor Punch is fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
I get it. Tears for Fears. Songs
from the big fucking chair, dude. Holy shit.
No skips.
That's another band where you'll listen to that record and go, oh, I know all of these songs because it was in 1,000 movies.
Yeah.
Dude.
It sounds like a compilation of the best songs ever, but it's just an album.
It's just their record.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow. That's a great pick. That might be your best, I didn't even think about it that you said. That might be my favorite selection.
This one this is modern, but it's Postal Service Give Up, dude.
I feel I must interject here.
You're getting carried away, feeling sorry
for your
bing bing and gaps in his. I'm going to the fucking 10th anniversary thing.
Yeah,
or 10th.
It's got to be more than that. 20, yeah. You cry like a little baby.
Oh, yeah. When they play that, it better be Jenny Lewis who does it. Van Nuys, fucking legend.
Oh, is she from Van Nuys?
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
come on.
Keep going. No, I had one and I lost it, but keep going.
Trevor Jones and Randy Edelman, The Last of the Mohicans score.
Dude, Elk Hunt? You're not beating Elk Hunt.
It's the master killer of movie scores.
Unreal.
And then it's perfect.
It is quite literally perfect.
It is the master killer of movie scores.
It's very interesting to me that someone who writes scores can. I mean, when we were in Florida and you showed me the 10-minute version of the Pirates of the Caribbean song, it's amazing to me that, like you said at the beginning of the convo, that they can take one riff and make you see things.
Yeah.
Like they put you there.
There's a visual aspect to the sounds that they give to you.
Unbelievable.
And that's why music is so important in this visual medium. You know?
Outstanding. I love that. Oh, I do have one. I remember the one I was thinking of.
Hit me.
And I think you agree. We bonded over this once. Depeche Mode Violator.
Oh. How dare I forget that?
Dude. You had something to hide. Should have hidden it. Something that was pointed out to me. Dude, unbelievable. They put that record out 10 years into their career.
I pointed that out to you.
You pointed that out to me.
That was like, hey, don't give up, because Depeche Mode was 10 years in when Violator came out.
Straight up.
Don't give up.
And that goes to my understanding of what the Master Killer tier is. Like, that's sea changing. That's has an impact. The art, the vibe, the production, everything.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is maybe the only modern hardcore record I'm putting in.
Okay.
And I've got some context.
Okay.
It's King Nine, Scared to Death.
Okay.
When you see them, it makes sense. It really, like, they could play this record start to finish anywhere. And a few hundred people would be there like it was like it came out yesterday. Same for Master Killer. I think it has parallels to Master Killer in the like ethos of the songs start to finish.
Sure.
The lyrical content, the sequencing, the production's amazing. The musicianship it's like the guys that are perfect at their thing. They can play this record forever. Only as much as I like Death Rattle, I love it. I think it's like one of the best Close Casket records, as I said in last week's episode. Scared to Death is, and arguably, with some bias, the master killer of the 2010s.
Ooh, okay, interesting asterisk. I like that. I'll put my 2000s ones, just get them out of the way, because I think they're probably obvious, but Ill Blood, First Terror LP, One with the Underdogs, I think is like
I would say one with the Underdogs to me. Oh, One with the Underdogs and 100 Demons self-titled are the master killers of the 2000s.
James and I were just talking about the self-titled 100 Demons record.
It's perfect.
That has quite literally zero skips. That is a dense record.
Yes.
Riffs, production.
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's the master killer of the 2000s.
I love, like, genuinely adore the fact that they were kind of one band with Bruce and then another band with Pete, just like stylistically
really cool.
and songwriting.
It's like Bruce in the Eyes of the Lord is this fucking perfect, dark, scary piece of music, you know, for different reasons than self-titled is scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then self-titled is this like modernized melodic opus. And it really is two completely different, perfect bands.
Yeah.
And like both of those sonic experiences shaped me as a musician, as a songwriter, everything. Like they shaped what I want from hard music.
When the second record came out, the self-titled came out, we listened to it constantly. Because it had all the stuff that I wanted at the time. It had sing-along parts from the video. It had, like, every aspect of what I wanted out of heavy music at that point in my life, and still today, was all on that record.
And sequencing.
Dude.
Crazy.
Perfect
sequencing. Opener into the perfect next song, into the perfect next song. Lyrics that both of those records, and the As the Lord and self-titled, are like the guy. They mean what they are saying.
There's no bullshit.
Provably. I know Bruce is listening right now, so I want him to know how we feel. Okay.
Yeah.
So take that, Bruce.
What a band.
One of the greats.
That's a perfect discography.
Perfect discography. Never did a bad thing. My last submission would be Warning, Watching from a Distance.
Dude, I got into Warning because of you guys, you and your brother. And I believe that's the one that I know.
It's the one.
It's the one, yeah, okay.
It is perfect start to finish.
Yeah, talk about it.
Production. Sequencing, there's 5 songs, but it's an hour long.
Right.
But each song is like brilliantly structured around a bridge that absolutely demolishes your emotions. Destroys you. The lyrics are like the most profoundly personal things you've ever heard. Mm-hmm. The Footprints bridge, I think, is the best bridge ever written by a musician.
Ever?
Ever.
Wow.
Any genre, any band, any song. It's Warning, Footprints. Best bridge ever.
Wow. I'm surprised you didn't say Toto.
I don't think a single Toto record is thoroughly perfect.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
We're talking master. I think hits.
Yeah, hits are crazy.
Hold the Line, Rosanna, Africa, I think are all on 4.
I think it's all. I don't think Hold the Line is, but I think Rosanna and Africa are on 4.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
And I mean, as Van Nuys legends, I respect them immensely. You know, it's Paula Abdul, Toto, and God's Hate. That's what we got. You know, and Jenny Lewis. Hold the Line was self-titled.
Interesting.
But Africa and Rosanna were one record. That man reinvented the shuffle beat as like the second single.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
crazy.
Take me all the way.
And then they played on Thriller because there's nobody better than them.
It's unbelievable. I'm trying to think if there anyone we're forgetting, like any major records for you that you're forgetting. Like I'm thinking.
Why don't we go through the user submissions now and see what we might have missed? There's about 500 responses to this.
Really?
Yes, which is too many.
That's far too many.
The first one was Sinking Ships that I see here, and I can't believe it.
Do you know any of those Sinking Ships guys?
No, and I'm sure one of them was in Black Breath, who is fucking incredible.
Black Breath,
loveliest fellas. But I have to imagine even Sinking Ships is like Master Killer guys. Come on,
yeah, okay.
You know,
yeah.
I'm talking Van Halen 1984.
Yeah, we said Thriller and Rumors.
Thriller. It's like that's like I Sinking Ships. Please don't take this as disrespect.
But we wouldn't put our own bands.
No,
anywhere near that.
Anywhere near this.
Okay.
What do we got here? What's people are saying? Perseverance, No Heroes.
Dude, I love Perseverance, but all the way through. It's a long record.
It's a long record. It's damn near perfect. Exactly. I don't think the production's as good as Satisfaction.
No.
That's one box unticked, you know?
I think Rise is better. I think it's a better record.
It's so fucking sick.
It's so fucking good.
Crazy.
You didn't say Death Threat, which is surprising.
Peace and Security. While I think... Man, that's a tough call because I would call it the best hardcore record of the 2000s.
It came out in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't know timeline of Death Threat very well.
I think it might have been 2000.
Wow.
Let's see.
Take me all the way.
February 15, 2000. Damn, I'm good.
Wow, that's almost 23 years ago.
Yeah.
Just
I guess maybe it has to be because I'm saying that nothing else that decade is better than it.
You wouldn't put Lowest of the Low over it?
No.
Interesting.
I love Lowest of the Low. Love One with the Underdogs. Peace and Security is the best hardcore LP from 2000 to 2010.
They would probably agree with you too.
Terror.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Scott would say fucking Hot Water Music or something is the master killer of music. Sick bastard. Somebody said Downward Spiral is the master killer of industrial. How do you feel about that?
I don't agree. I don't think Downward Spiral is awesome.
Is Downward Spiral the one with the big hit on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but like it's got skips. It's very long. It's kind of hard to listen to. It's like heavy, but in an emotional way.
Somebody said Blacklisted, no one deserves to be here more than me. I think that's like the fourth. I like it. I pre-ordered it when it came out. I was in the pit for the fiddle song. That would maybe be my fifth favorite Blacklisted record. Heavier Than Heaven was a paradigm shift, though.
Yep, absolutely.
It's not master killer to me personally, but it was to many people. I have every color of the LP of it.
Even War on
Peace on Earth, War on Stage.
Thank you. Yeah, that was like kind of a paradigm shift too.
Top 10 hardcore 7-inchers ever, maybe. Personally.
Wow.
But I can't say, like, I loved how hard it was.
Yeah.
And then I feel like they got less hard. Mm-hmm. And it was on purpose.
Yeah.
It seemed intentional. And that's okay. You know, absolutely. I get it. Radiohead, OK Computer.
Are you into Radiohead at all?
No, I like Creep because I'm white, but that's about it. You know,
I don't like Radiohead at all.
Yeah. Patrice O'Neill was right about that. You know?
Sorry, guys.
We like it. We're creeps. Leeway, Desperate Measures, very close.
I had a talk with someone recently about Leeway in general. And
do you not care?
I did care. And then I just kind of like very organically kind of evaporated from my mind.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to revisit.
I do love Desperate Measures. I think it is the superior album of the big two.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's master killer to me. And that's what this is about.
I wonder if Marauder would say.
I would think that maybe they would.
You know, which is that's an interesting thing too.
It is.
In its own
but it's like
No, I know.
Bands outdo their influences every day.
Of course.
That's how it goes. You take what you learn from 10 different things and make a better version of it. A bunch of shit I never fucking heard. Let's see, what is this?
Say something.
Toots and the Maytals, Funky Kingston?
Toots and Maytals, yeah.
That's real?
Yeah.
I thought that was a Longmont.
No. No, it's like early.
Somebody putting Dugan Nash on here first?
Reggae Sky, yeah. How about Old Sash?
All right. Hey, cool. Oh, man. London Calling.
Dude, amazing cuts. Mm-hmm. But I don't think all the way through it's
I don't care enough to put that on here. You know?
I do I'm a punk guy, you know, and
sure.
And British punk that's the one. Kind of. Sure.
No, I mean I agree.
But
I'm not putting a fucking Clash shirt on though.
No, for sure. But like I could see it being in consideration. I wouldn't put it on there for sure.
Crime Ridden Society, a lot of submissions for Crime Ridden Society.
I think Integrity is the best Clebo band, and I just don't think there's any.
I think Crime Ridden Society is the best Clebo record, 100%, but I would
the master killer of Clebo.
Yeah. I don't think that's tough to say because I love Seasons, I love Systems, but Master Killer?
I could see the argument.
Production, start to finish. Start to finish.
Yeah.
I ain't never finished one of them. You know? I couldn't tell you the last song on Those Who Fear Tomorrow right now. Is it Judgment Day?
The first song?
I couldn't tell you the closer on any of these 4 records.
Got you. Probably.
And to me, that's the mark, you know? I know the last song on any of those records I just talked about.
That's a cool, like we say a record and you go, what's the last song? That's kind of, I like that. Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
Coffee is the master killer of beverages.
Not true. Like I saw that and I was saving my response.
You disagree?
You ever heard of a little company called Coca-Cola?
Yeah, because it's like track 1, Coke Zero. Track 2, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Track 3, Sprite.
Cherry Coke.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
It's Coca-Cola.
If you had
I liked it though, because you could do that with coffee too.
If you
track 1, caramel macchiato. Track 2,
Americano.
quad shot latte. You know?
But if you had to pick to get rid of one for the rest of your life, all Coke products or all coffee products,
I'd get rid of Coke.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you ain't having a coffee with pizza, brother, and you have pizza every Friday.
I'd have a Dr. Pepper. You know?
Fuck. Good pivot.
Great pivot. Or a fucking Baja Blast, you know?
What?
Kill them all. A lot of people say kill them all. How do you feel about that?
There's definitely people who are trolling me because they know how I feel about it.
It's just so stupid.
It's a really glorified.
It's not their best record.
It's not even their 5th best record.
I agree.
Reload is better than Kill 'Em All. I'm gonna say it. I said it.
That is fucking crazy. But
it's a little bombastic.
More than me, so whatever.
But I really don't like Kill 'Em All. I get it, but it's just like not my thing.
I'm shocked you didn't say a Saves the Day record.
Okay. That was another one I was thinking about.
Okay.
For me, it's Through Being Cool. A lot of people would say Stay What You Are. But Through Being Cool...
Stay What You Are has 3 great songs on it.
Untrue. Like, wholeheartedly agree. But I think Through Being... I actually think Stay What You Are has 0 skips, but I think Through Being Cool has cooler 0 skips.
The thing is, I don't like that genre of music at all.
Right.
I think it sucks. And I love Through Being Cool. So that should speak volumes.
It does. It's got melody and harmony everywhere.
Yeah.
And like fast, interesting riffs.
The songs are like objectively amazing.
Yeah. But they're two it's apples and oranges really to compare those 2 records.
At Your Funeral though, one of the best songs I've ever heard. Crazy.
And just because someone's going to say something, I would say From Here to Infirmary by Alkaline Trio is my Alkaline Trio.
You think it's Master Killer tier?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Especially
I can't even
in like Chicago too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Chicago, a lot of people Take This to Your Grave. How do you feel? Fall Out Boy.
I vividly remember when From Under the Cork Tree came out. And that was a nuclear bomb.
Right.
Was all dude, that was all anyone listened to.
Every walk of life.
Every single person was listening to that record. So I like Take This to Your Grave, but From Under the Cork Tree is their master killer for sure. Would I say, yeah, it is. Although there's a couple skips, not gonna lie. But yeah, that was like a big deal. In and out of hardcore, like whatever. Everyone was like on that bandwagon.
Beach Boys' Pet Sounds had a lot of that.
I love Pet Sounds.
It's very tough to argue against that.
It's one of those things where you're just kind of like, it's like Dark Side of the Moon, where you're just kind of like, yeah, I guess so. Like I can't.
If I was at the mall and they were playing Pet Sounds start to finish, I'd be like, damn, I know this one.
Yeah,
damn,
right.
that's
it's another.
Damn, I know that one. The songs are bigger than the album, so you don't think about it. But the fact that is an album is kind of insane.
Are you an AC/DC guy at all?
Fuck no.
So I'm not even a little bit either. But that's another, Back in Black.
Of course.
Is like another one of those where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know 80%.
And that's crazy because that's second singer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Whew.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Sounds the same. We got Third Eye Blind self-titled a lot. Couple skips.
Couple skips.
Couple big
I like
skips.
like confident skips.
Yeah. Like
Couple hits.
Couple hits. But when I'm not putting it on to finish it. I'm putting I put Narcolepsy, something else, and then I go back to Master Killer, you know?
I go back to where I belong.
And then I go back to where I'm called, you know, where I'm respected. This is interesting. Bringing it down.
I have mixed feelings on Judge as an adult man. And after the thing that you and I saw in Richmond once.
Yeah, but this is about the record.
I know, but I can't help it.
Sure.
Sometimes
but then after that, dude, AF doing live at CBGB's straight to start to back.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say an AF record, actually.
I'm torn because
or Madball. Actually.
I love both bands, basically their entire discographies.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say One Voice is their best record.
But is it?
I don't think it's necessarily Master Killer tier.
Yeah.
I would say Set It Off or Hold It Down are pretty much perfect hardcore records. I don't think they're better than Master Killer. And it's again, there's different scales that I have to judge these.
I agree with you.
Because this is the kind of thing where I'm saying remove yourself from hardcore and what you know about this and look at the songs.
The product.
The product as a whole.
Mm-hmm. I will say a small caveat. I think Can't Stop, Won't Stop is possibly the best hardcore song ever written. It's got everything.
And it's so fast.
It's like under 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Front to back lyrics. It's got fast part, sing along part, heavy part, scary lyrics. Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Amazing song.
A lot of crazy stuff, man.
Hit me with the crazy stuff. That's
this
what
guy
I want to
sent a big note, so I want to read it because he put a lot of time into it. Okay. American Football LP1. Mm-hmm. I don't know shit about that shit.
It's Illinois.
So is it good?
It's not it's like straight up emo, very guitar-y emo.
Okay.
It's not really my thing. The dude, Mike, who was in it and then who did Owen is like incredibly talented. Crazy guitar player.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not really it.
And then he put the Dying Fetus Destroy the Opposition as the next thing, which I'm not going to argue against that, but I don't think it's their best record. It's their classic record.
You think Reign Supreme is?
I think Reign Supreme is the best piece of music that they wrote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earl Sweatshirt and then a bunch of letters.
No idea.
No. Frank Ocean Blonde. Never really.
People fucking love Frank Ocean.
I've only heard a potato flew around my room. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he put God's Hate. So thanks for that.
What a guy.
Again, can't comment.
Well, it's just like no.
That's not for me to talk about, you know.
You know what? It would be a good. So actually, you answered it. The most recent record that you would say is that tier is the King 9 record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In terms of the legacy that it's left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have Heart, Songs to Scream at My Son, he said.
That's not the name of that record.
That's what I've called it for 15 years. I can't call it anything else. Hot Mulligan, You'll Be Fine. What the fuck is that?
That's a genre of music that I don't know at all.
What is that?
It's
Hot Mulligan?
Yeah, it's like kind of poppy, punky-ish stuff.
You'd have to zell me, brother.
Oh, I thought of one. That made me think of one. And I mean this with no hyperbole. I cannot believe this record. Citizen Youth.
Oh, okay.
I fucking love that record. Front to back, not a single skip. There's a hook in every single song. Musicianship, production. Matt's singing is incredible. The lyrics are cool.
Matt is one of the most talented people of our era. It's not fair.
It's crazy.
And he's jacked.
So like literally
pick
pound,
one,
pound,
dude.
just like,
oh my God, it's not fair at all.
Pick one.
I resent that, Matt. I think you should get fat. And then a bunch of shit that I don't agree with. So I'm gonna exit out. ASAP Ferg Trap Lord. Honestly, maybe.
I just don't know.
It kicks ass. Biohazard State of the World Address. Interesting.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't say a Biohazard record. I thought for sure that would have been.
That would be the closest of the three.
If I had to put you together like some kind of monster, it would be Typo, Marauder, Life of Agony, Biohazard. Those are your 4 parts.
Like you think those are the 4 things I like the most, or just
when it comes to like that era of music, that kind of music, heavy music? I thought basically what I'm saying is I thought that Biohazard would have been much higher on your list.
No, I would do like a Dying Fetus over a Biohazard.
Interesting.
I would do Sepultura over Biohazard.
Sepultura Chaos AD might be number 3 on my entire list.
It's insane.
Yeah. What's better, Rumors or Chaos AD?
Chaos AD. 100%. I killed the prom queen, somebody said.
Yeah. Keep on scrolling.
Well, you shouldn't have done that.
I think
Cryptopsy None So Vile is a great pick.
I think something that people need to be aware of too is we're answering these without having really explained the question.
Yeah.
So if we're just like blowing past them, it's because
I'm saying, what do you think is as good as what I think is the best thing?
Right. So we're being kind of like about it because we didn't really nuance that. There's only so many characters in a tweet.
Yeah, exactly. American Nightmare background music.
At the time,
Paradigm.
1,000%. I personally, and this is no disrespect, I just don't think it holds up quite as well. I think the Carry On LP holds up better.
Yeah.
That's just kind of, I've listened to it, I've gone back. Production wise, it's kind of hard to hear. There's something weird with the kick. Like, I don't really know. But its impact, its art, the lyrics, undeniable. The fucking AN hoodie, good Lord.
Changed the world.
Unbelievable.
Somebody said Great Malenko by ICP for horrorcore.
The Great Malenko.
And Energy by Op Ivy for ska punk. I know Mac Miller is listening to this going, what? Yeah.
You know why Op Ivy is definitively the best ska band ever?
Why?
0 horns. That's so cool.
I love a horn.
Fuck a horn, dude.
Are you a Thursday guy?
No.
A lot of people put Thursday Full Collapse in here.
Cool.
No, I prefer.
Cool.
I'm more of a Friday man. Bitter End, Climate of Fear.
I could see that being some people's Master Killer. I really can.
Of like that decade.
That era, that region, absolutely. I could see that for sure. I don't think any of them would agree, but I could see it.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I don't know. It was a paradigm shift. Mm-hmm. It's hard to argue. I mean, no real skips. Production's crazy. Lyrics are amazing. Master Killer, though.
Yeah. Do you think TUI record is Master Killer tier?
In a different way. Maybe,
No, wait a minute. You just opened a whole new door.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I wouldn't say there's skips. Maybe they kind of, TUI is one of those things where like I didn't put Typo, I didn't put my favorite band.
Yeah, totally.
On that list, but
totally.
I think TUI is one of those things where they are a once in 5 generations type band where you could argue that the discography as a whole is Master Killer tier.
Interesting. Okay.
It's tough to pinpoint a record when I like them all, and I think the production is good on all of them.
The lyrics are good on all.
Lyrics are fucking crazy. Yeah. That was like, I think that was kind of what made it work so quickly. Absolutely. The lyrics being unique, and he's like, I'm cold all the time. I'm cold. There were callbacks. Everything. It's fucking crazy.
I'm fucking freezing.
Once in 5 generation band, Trapped and Dragged.
I have one. Actually, I'm trying to decide. So for me, it's between Rain and Blood and South of Heaven.
Rain and Blood.
But
I have that on my list. I don't know why I didn't say it.
Okay.
It's like at the top. I just skipped it because we were talking about other things.
Even though I'm a huge Metallica guy, I think Rain and Blood is the best metal record.
Best not even just thrash metal, just metal.
Yeah.
Yo, showing like Raining Blood, the song, to regular people.
Yeah.
They hear the intro, they're like, this shit's hard. You know?
Yeah.
They don't know what that means, and they know it's hard.
Yeah.
It transcended everything.
That's an unbelievable record. Even outside of like the obvious ones. Jesus Saves, Altar of Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Piece by piece.
Yeah. Oh, God. Goodbye to the Gallows by Emir. That's crazy.
What's next?
Suffocation Pierce from Within. One of my favorite death metal albums ever. But the start to back sonic experience is what this is about. You know?
Yeah. So
I don't know that this has that. And
I got you.
One of the greatest guitar tones ever. Maybe the greatest recorded chug in the history of music. The greatest recorded palm mute ever on Pierce from Within.
Would you say Prone Mortal Form is?
There's a couple skips.
Okay.
But again, production.
You're being fair.
The production. The production is untouchable. Could never be replicated.
And the performance.
The sequencing is amazing, but there's like a skip right off the bat.
Which song?
And then the second song, I skip every song. But it's near perfect, and it's I say that while being named after the song. You know, it has obviously influenced me in more ways than most other bands. So that's like I'm being as real as it gets here.
Yeah.
I didn't put Typo and I didn't put Only Living Witness on here. Two of the most important things in the world to me. Mm-hmm. Deicide, Once Upon the Cross, couple skips. I actively didn't put this on. But again, one of my favorite death metal albums ever. Couple of the best.
And it shows.
Well, yeah, big time. Another Kill 'Em All. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, guys, no.
It's not even close.
They weren't them yet. They were still trying to be like new wave British heavy metal.
It's crazy.
Come on.
Start Today. What do you think?
I love Start Today, and with the exception of Turning Point, Gorilla Biscuits were for sure. I mean, Walter's a wizard. Mm-hmm. They were for sure a league above every other band of that ilk, minus Turning Point, who were a little later.
There's some of these things are so crazy that I don't even want to say them.
It could be Master Killer tier, honestly. It could. I could accept the argument. I don't think personally I would say that, but it could be. That's a good fucking record.
Dude, somebody put Swamp Thing. That's crazy. Swamp Thing.
Guys.
Somebody put Axis, Show Your Greed. Master Killer.
Like we're putting Master Killer above Satisfaction.
I'm saying Master Killer is as good as Thriller. And you're giving me Swamp Thing? And like that's not even like that can't be perceived as disrespectful to Swamp Thing.
No, of course not.
It's Thriller.
Yeah.
Master Killer is the Thriller of metallic hardcore music.
But honestly,
be real here, folks.
Guys, grow up. But it's also like kind of not, because you would skip a song on Thriller. Think about that. Think about
Master Killer is better than Thriller. Is what I'm saying. Master Thriller. God damn it. Shit. Even Ill Blood, which I love start to finish. I wouldn't say it's Master Killer tier.
I would confidently say that.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But see, like it wasn't a gateway record for me. You know?
Boy.
I already liked what they liked.
Yeah. See, so there you go. I was Youth Crew guy,
yes.
but I wasn't into New York hardcore yet.
Right.
I was right there. I was next door. Same neighborhood.
Of course.
But I wasn't aware of Killing Time yet. I wasn't aware of Marauder yet.
I think it's an incredible hardcore record that influenced so many things and defined a decade.
That's what we're talking about.
It is, but Master Killer.
Yeah. Yeah, Master Killer.
Oh, this could be 9 hours long.
What's your favorite Marauder? What's your favorite Ringworm record? I almost said, what's your favorite Marauder record?
Record?
Yeah, your favorite
Birth is
Ringworm record. Okay.
Birth is Pain is my favorite record. I think the hardest one is Justice Replaced by Revenge.
Absolutely correct.
I think The Promise is Production is
actually
the production is booty, dude. Booty cheeks.
How about the production on the demo though?
Way better.
Incredible.
Way better.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It went from good to booty cheeks.
If I were to put on a Ringworm record right now, it would be Justice for sure.
I've committed war crimes to both what could be considered like biological warfare to both Birth is Pain and Justice Replaced by Revenge, the songs.
The song, yeah.
So I accept either answer. Infiltrate, Destroy, Rebuild by CKY.
I don't know enough about that. I don't hate on CKY.
I don't really either. Don't. They wrote the best riff ever is the one.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, we were talking about never mind. I already talked about how Nick made the comparison of the One Saves the Day song to
I mean, that riff is fucking crazy.
It's insane.
It's amazing. Jane Doe, One with the Underdogs, Reign Supreme, Keepers of the Faith. Born to Land Hard production is
it's wild.
Crazy.
I wonder one of the scariest. Yeah, scary production. That's a difficult production. That's a difficult thing to do.
I might put Born to Land Hard as Master Killer tier.
I definitely have one that you're gonna hate. But you know I'm not alone in this. But White Pony's up there.
Kill yourself.
Manscaped.com.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, we will.
No, we got to put it in the middle.
Yeah,
right,
put it in the middle.
Yeah, that's going to be funny when they've already heard it. Like somebody said Axe to Fall. And like, I don't have an argument against that.
Yeah. Well, Converge, their batting average is really crazy.
It's insane.
It's really crazy. Yeah.
So I can't argue against that because production, sequencing, songs. Don't know any of the lyrics, so I don't know. The one I know is incredible. So
true. Yeah, true. Good point.
Yeah, it's very good. Refuse, The Shape of Punk to Come.
I know people really love that. Yeah, people love that stuff. I think there's cooler.
You know the
punk
TikTok
from that
with
era?
the TikTok trend right now with the fart over the like beat.
Yeah.
Where it's like.
Yeah.
Where's the megaphone? That's how I feel about Refuse. In reality, the main thing to take away from this, that Bloop24 says, is that HardLore is the master killer of podcasts.
We know this.
Objective.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Catchphrases, production, merch.
The big three, they would say. I'm just doing one last scan.
Yeah, do a last scan. Try to find a big. I feel like we're forgetting something. I'm sure we're forgetting dozens, but
Of course,
I feel like we're forgetting like a major something.
Break Down the Walls, would you say that? You almost put that, right?
I almost put Youth of Today.
I think there are skips on Break Down the Walls. Production, unreal.
For what that record is, it's perfect.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah, and that was Don Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's other stuff I like more. I love Youth of Today is my favorite straight edge band. They're perfect. I'm crazy about them. But that doesn't. This is me doing your typo thing where I can say like they didn't put anything out that is like that. They did do paradigm shifts. They had a music video in the 80s, like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I just don't think you can't compare the performances on any of their records to 30 seconds anywhere on Master Killer.
Right. Oh,
Just two different things.
well said. That was very honest of you, you know.
It really was.
What about in terms of the Crowbar discog?
I love Crowbar. What's your favorite Crowbar record?
Probably
Aaron
Oddfellows
said-
Rest.
That's what Aaron said when we were talking about this. I think I'm a broken glass guy.
It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
You like it harder? I like a balance of, like, you get Planets Collide and To Carry the Load fucking back to back.
I mean, Planets Collide is my favorite song.
And then, but then
Possibly.
right before that is the hardest breakdown maybe ever written.
Planets Collide might be one of my favorite songs ever.
Yeah, it's like I got Lana, my wife, my hard music wife, into Crowbar with Planets Collide.
Yeah.
And now she's into the whole discog.
Nice.
Opposite of December. See, that was so never my shit.
Same. Chris might say that. Chris likes Poison the Well.
You know what I already liked that made me like not really care?
Terror.
Master Killer. So it's hard to argue for it. You know?
Wow. Pillars of Ivory.
Master Killer was my opposite of December. Pillars of Ivory? Somebody put that?
No. What I'm saying is like the phrase "a pillar of ivory."
Oh.
It's just like you were already living in this
Yeah, I was there.
grand place.
I was there. I'm out here. I think that's about. Ooh, I just got the chills looking at the Sinking Ships one again.
You got the CBGBs.
I got the CBGBs real bad. God, no diss to Sinking Ships, man.
No, we don't know them.
I don't know them at all. I'm not a melodic hardcore guy to begin with. So, like, I was clearly never their target demo, you know? I saw them 10 times. All my friends had the hoodie. But Master Killer.
Yeah, we're talking about the god. Some might say Master Killer is the godfather of heavy music.
Gorgeously spoken.
Vice versa as well.
Gorgeously spoken.
Some might say Godfather is the Master Killer of cinema.
That's I might say that. But
So
I think
that puts it into perspective for me.
that's it. That's where we wrap this
Yeah.
very long episode.
Very long, but remember we had the
Oh right, but that was surprising. I mean, it's
probably like
still over 2 hours, so we hope you enjoyed this very different thing for us. This is what we're all about, you know.
yeah.
This is the boys shooting the shit about their favorite things.
But we got brought back straight back into music, you know.
the way it should be.
That's right.
And this is something that, like, we do this on tour every day.
Every single
Every day. So this is a story from tour because this conversation has been had. I've
By
done this
everyone.
same thing with Sean Martin at some point, and
Yeah.
he agrees with everything I've said today, probably. When the first day of tour, when Sean joined Twitching Tongues, I put Faith No More, Angel Dust on, And I was driving, and he was in the front seat, and he was like, "Is this Angel Dust?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was afraid he was gonna be like, "Turn this shit off" or something, because like,
yeah.
And he's like, "This is like one of the best records of all time." This was
Really?
day one of being friends with Sean, basically.
Really?
And it was like, we're gonna be just fine.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very cool. So,
Wow.
Sean Martin agrees, then you can't disagree, and that's how it works. Master Killer is the Master Killer of Master Killer. HardLore is the Master Killer of Master Killer. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.